What is up, guys? Ncaa 31 here, bringing you an online ranked game. Oklahoma versus FSU. I'm using FSU. And still working on developing a cover 2 type scheme. Very challenging. Very challenging to do this year. But I'm getting close. I am getting close. You're going to see some flashes of it this game. I'm still in this phase in this game where I'm trying to see how much cover 2 I can get away with playing and how it works. I'm not quite worried about mixing things up too much, and that's really what that's really what online random ranks are for me. Because online random games will tell you what is wrong with the game. Because the vast majority of people are going to take the path of least resistance and try to exploit what the game has problems handling. So I figure if you're trying to develop a scheme and you can get it to the point where you can handle, respectably handle the exploits and the things that the game has trouble coping with, then you've got something. That's my logic anyway. So I use it basically as a lab. And here I'm running some no-huddle air raid out of the Houston playbook. I usually go pro style when I run the air raid. That's just my own personal preference. And when I go spread no huddle with the air raid, I tend to mix in more of a zone read and run the ball like a spread team would. That's just my own personal way to run it. And over the Ncaa strategies forums, we talk about the air raid and our own little individual stamps that we put on it, and that happens to be mine. Some folks like to go the pure Mike Leach route. Some folks like to so I got a nice little drive going here. Some folks like to employ a little Dana Hogerson type of flavor, or a blend of the two, or a pro style approach. We all have our own little individual stamps that we put on the air raid offense, and for the most part we all have pretty good success with it. So this happens to be, my little way I run the air raid when I do go spread no huddle. Like to establish a shallow cross. Like to run a lot of stick. Run the zone read when I want to run it, or the HB base. I'll mix in a QB blast here and there, and the HB counter. I'll call more runs as opposed to audibling to a run more than a air raid purist would, quote unquote. But again, that's my own individual style of doing it. Mike Leach school of thought is they would, or he would, check to a run, or the quarterback would check to a run. They'd rarely, if ever, call a running play. So here I am back on defense, and there you see some pretty good action there out of the front four, and that's the challenge. You see glimpses of it, and what I'd like to see is more glimpses of it, especially with a team like Florida State, which is loaded with defensive ends. Their defensive tackles are, good run pluggers, even though they're not the best, pass rushers in the world. So what I tried for this game was moving Brandon Jenkins, the impact player defensive end, inside, since he also plays the run pretty well, and put him next to what's his name? Bjorn Werner.
Setting up the play action.
You know how the Monty Kiffin Tampa Bay Buccaneers had Simeon Rice and Warren Sapp side by side. I'm thinking the same, type of idea. And I put Cornelius Carradine at the other defensive end. And I don't remember who I have at defensive tackle, but one of the two defensive tackles, I think it's Anthony McLeod, who's the better pass rusher out of the two defensive tackles, Everett Dawkins and Anthony McLeod. I put in McLeod. And
touchdown, Florida State.
Try to maximize the athleticism and pass rush ability of the front four. We get a sack on a 5-man rush. Eventually, Landry Jones goes into beast mode a little bit, but he eventually gets popped there. And I control the MLB. Here's a nice little sequence here. But I'm gradually getting more comfortable with the user control. And I feel this setup on defense
but the quarterback's got to be able to see that and make the throw
might help me get some good things done. But again, it's just so inconsistent with the front four pass rush.
Picks up about 7 yards on the halfback draw.
Out of necessity, I'll have to run more man and zone blitzes than I would like to, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But so far, it's holding up pretty nice. Here, I just get caught in a bad matchup.
Across the middle, he's got his halfback.
I tried to press the HB off the line, but he gets behind me, and my safeties were standing, or one of my safeties, my free safety, was standing flat-footed.
He's tackled right around the 34.
Not doing anything, which allowed him to split the seams and go for the touchdown, which I don't really like. I hate when the safeties just kind of wait for something to happen instead of being a little bit more proactive.
Fires it out. Here he goes.
And I'm trying to vulture some points here.
48-yard line. Here's a running play. Up the middle for a nice game.
Catch him in that soft front and try to get a field goal attempt.
Tackle made at the 32-yard line. The kick is away. It's long enough. And he just drilled it from long range.
Still up 16-14. Oklahoma's a good team. Here's a stick bubble. Love this play. Good way to get a guy out into space if you have him uncovered. Or you can hit the stick route against off man. You got to know how to beat man coverage this year. You're not going to win too many games.
He airs it out.
Almost comes down with this sucker. I like Manuel in this game. Throws the ball well, athletic, and he's not easy to bring down when he gets running. He can make things happen downfield.
Looking to pass.
I could have gone to triangle. Not to triangle, I mean square.
Anxiety about trailing.
I hate when you look back and see plays that you left on the field when you go back and look at the vids while you're talking.
They'll bring him down at the 14.
Again, user plays are much harder this year, at least in my opinion. Now here's a great sequence. Twist stunt to the left, base stunt to the right, and you see Werner and Jenkins crash in there. That looks great. I want to see those two, have that impact on a more consistent basis because they have that kind of talent. They're excellent pass rushers. They have pass rush moves in the 90s. So a sequence like that, tells you that the game is capable of it. And I'm not using any pass commit here.
And he's going to come up with
the second time I got caught by that blitz. And here I just do something stupid and just force this mid-screen in there like an idiot. But overall, the D is holding up pretty nicely.
The halfback with a carry. He's taken down at the 22 right now. Gets it out to his receiver, and he can't hang
Bailed out there by a drop. I'll take it.
On the field. They'll try
and survive, only giving up 3.
He gets it up, and they tack on 3 points.
Down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
It's the tailback.
Keep them honest.
Runs right for a nice gain.
You can always tell when someone's pass committing you when those base blitzes come rocketing in. So, a nice run on first down to keep them honest is needed at times.
He's tackled at the 39-yard line. They'll get the first down on that 8-yard completion.
Now I got a feel for that look that he's trying to sneak in there when he tries to run that blitz. So just make a hot adjustment and pop it in there.
Any time getting rid of that one. He took the snap and he threw it right out there. Looks like he might audible out of that.
Really like the air raid. Love the run and shoot, but the air raid is no slouch either. When you're seeing all these broken tackles, you know, this guy's one of those people that has their big hit and ball strip on aggressive. Pop a little screen there, and again, he shakes his initial tackle because he's trying to go for big hits all the time.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Just the way people roll.
They might be coming here.
Not much you can really do about that. Uncovered slot guy, run the stick bubble again. Get some yak.
Tackle made at the 20.
That's the air raid. Get those guys into space.
Delivers to the halfback on the screen.
Now we got it all percolating. Again, trying to go for those big hits, missing tackles. Touchdown.
That gives them the lead.
I didn't turn the ball over on that last drive. I'd be in very good shape here. So now I got to hold him down. And again, I'm trying to see just how much cover 2 I can get away with playing without having to get out of it.
Quick pass. And he's tackled.
Pass the flat, he only gains 4 yards because dudes can pursue.
And down he goes around the 28-yard line.
Smith with the tackle at the 28-yard line. First down.
Defense goes with the extra defensive backs as the offense comes up 5 wide. Jones,
I should have followed that guy.
Back. There's a strike complete. There's a very impressive open field tackle.
First down.
5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
Another thing that makes it challenging is that there are a lot of quarterbacks that can
Gets it out quickly. Tackle at the 32-yard line. He made going to change the
hurt you on the ground and require a spy, which also compromises your pass rush.
To about the 17-yard line.
Even a quarterback with a speed of 70 can be a problem.
And he's level at the 12-yard line.
I've had games against USC where I've had to spy friggin' Matt Barkley, for crying out loud. Dude decided to go for it. So, I mean, it's a work in progress still, but it's doable. Decent air raid game, had that 1 pick and a couple of sacks, but otherwise pretty solid. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to y'all later. Peace.